Welcome to Dragon Skull Graphics. This is our instructional video to help you apply your graphic, tell you a little bit about your purchase. Let's say you've got a small decal that you've purchased. You'll notice it has a backing and either a clear or paper tape, transfer tape on the top. The decal is actually in between. So as I lift this corner, you can see that this part isn't lifting to the transfer tape. That's because we use a medium tack transfer tape. Makes it easier to remove once you get it on your substrate, your vehicle. So what we're going to do is we're going to rub the back of the decal. We're going to rub the front of the decal. We're going to put it face down and starting at one corner, we're going to peel diagonally and we're going to watch for the decal to release. If it doesn't release, as you can see right here, this piece is not wanting to stick. Very common. All you've got to do is roll it back, push down. That will apply it to the transfer tape. Just put a little crease right there. Continue slowly. If you see anything starting to lift, just perform that procedure right there and you'll be good to go. You can see the decal is now on the transfer tape. I'll just go ahead and apply it to this surface right here real quick. And then remove the transfer tape in the same manner. You can see that this piece is not wanting to stick to this dirty old tool. So I'm just gonna push it down. And there you have it. Okay, so let's say you've got a larger decal and you need some precise placement. You can see I'm going to layer these two together, but the procedure is much the same if you were applying this to your Jeep or boat, for example. But in the instance that I'm layering these, I'm using a paper tape that's low tack because I don't want to rip the whole thing off after I get this top layer applied to this bottom layer. So what I'm going to show you is the dry hinge method, and this is the method you would want to use on a fairly flat surface. If you've got the slight curve of a Jeep hood, this will work as well. A lot of people like to go this way with the tape when curving this direction. It's really up to you. A lot of people have great success hinging in the middle. Now what I mean by the hinge method is I'm going to precisely place the decal where I'd like to have it with the backing on. I've already pre-rubbed this one front and back, which is important. As you remember from step one before, they need to be pre-rubbed to get them to transfer as easily as possible to the top tape. So make sure you do that. A credit card, driver's license, squeegee is what we call them. So I'm just aligning this up precisely and placing it where I want it exactly. And now this is the hinge part. I'm going to just put that hinge straight up and down in the middle. Now this isn't going anywhere and I have two sides, two flaps. Give it one more rub. And remember, always face down whenever possible. Now this one's really hairy, so with low tack tape, I do expect there to be a little lifting, which I'm hoping so that I can show you how we correct that issue. So far, no lifting. There's a little bit right there. A little bit of the backing wanting to stick, so I'll just take a little tweezer there. Make sure we don't get that in there. And everything lifts right to the hinge. Once you've got that separated, you can cut your backing. Use your squeegee from the middle, nice and firm. This will remove any air bubbles, prevent any air bubbles or creases. Now that that side's on, I'm going to go ahead and remove the hinge. This tape will act as my hinge now. Flop that side over. Some non-lifting here, so remember, roll it back, crease, push it down nice and firm, and there we have full release. It's really that simple. If you tried to do this face up or just a standing peel, it is not likely to work. Your tape will be a little bit tackier than this. As I mentioned, this is low tack transfer tape. And this is why, because at this point I'm going to remove the transfer tape with the same procedure. Roll it nice and flat, crease as necessary. I'm watching for lifting of any of these areas as I peel it off. And your graphic is now applied. You can use this same procedure wet or dry, and on a large vehicle, for example with mountainsides and trees, you'd want to apply the whole thing to the vehicle, tape it in place, figure out where all your sections are going to be at each door and post, tape those sections in place first, and then just cut them at those gaps and apply each one with the hinge method individually. Thanks for watching. I hope this helps. If you have any troubles at all, please reach out to us on Etsy. Messenger is very convenient and we're always here. Have a great day.